What is up, boys? This one is going to be a whole lot of time lapse, so if you're not into that, just go take a poop and leave this playing in the background so I still get the view, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, first and foremost, all y'all that are new, please subscribe, please. I'm at like 92% of my viewers are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would help me out a ton. If you ring the bell, you'll actually see when I post every time instead of seeing when I post 6 months later and then wondering where I've been, because I've been posting. So now that we got that out the way, remember me talking about needing to grind these axle perches off? We're gonna do that today so that I can get the bed back on, since the new AN lines are installed. I'm just covering this up so I don't throw. The only thing I think might spark is the rollover vent, because it may be fuming a little bit. I don't know, but you know, let's not throw sparks at fuel stuff. So anyways, the only thing that I think might be kind of tricky about this, the brake lines are tucked in like right on the edge of this, and I have a pretty good chance of nicking that with a cutoff wheel. So what I'm gonna do is, it looks like it's just these little metal tabs that are bent up. So what I'm gonna do is try to get like a little flathead or something in there and pry them open. It looks like I got to do it in a few spots and see if I can get this brake line. Just, I don't need to remove it, I just need to get it, you know, a couple inches back here out of the way, so when I cut this with a cutoff wheel, I don't cut my brake lines, because that would be not ideal. Not. So I've got the bed resting on here all janky like, and yeah, get y'all set up on a little camera and get to cutting. The perches both cut off and ground down. Not perfect, but good enough. Good enough that it won't be hitting anywhere. And it was just bugging me the whole time I've been doing this. I've noticed that I guess we didn't weld this part of the C-notch, and yeah, that's not great. So I know we welded this whole face of it, and you know, for one, it wasn't the greatest notch. It's not a Trick Toys notch or nothing. Something just bothers me about the bottom part not being connected to anything. So I'm just gonna run what I can of a weld, just as cheap insurance, just, you know, just that little extra bit of something's holding it. And then once I get those done, then we'll spray some black paint on everything to get it nice and sealed up so it won't rust. It's decent. It's alright. That one sucked ass. It was not good, but it's something. It's something. The bottom layer of this one was alright, but then I like did a second pass on top and it kind of went to shit. And then that one wasn't that great at all. But it's something. And like I said, I plan on getting all this cut out at some point in the future and putting some proper trick toys, notches in, and doing like a vertical shock relocation and all that. So this will do for now. It's not like I'm gonna drive this thing every day. I'm not gonna drive it hard either. It's gonna be a cruiser, and you know, we'll just keep an eye on stuff, keep checking it. Like when I do oil changes, I'm pretty good about just kind of crawling under the whole thing and just eyeballing everything. So these notches will be one of the things I look at often. I look at that. I look at like the U-bolts on the flip kit. I look at all my ball joints and stuff like that every time I do an oil change. So we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, let me get some probably blow all this off and get like some alcohol on it, get it nice and clean, and then I'll give her a fresh coat of rattle can black. Shit, I might try to put the bed on, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. She is on the ground yet again, and I think it's the moment of truth. Let's see if our grinding on the perches did what we needed it to do. Of course, it still bottoms out, but I will say it's going, I can tell it takes a lot more for me to get it to bottom out than it did before, so that's a plus. Because it would take a pretty good bump, especially like at speed, like at highway speed or like 50 or higher. It would take a really good bump to get it to bottom out, so now that should be better. We will see. Yeah. And then once we get that better notch and get the vertical shock relocation, that'll be a good thorough improvement on our ride quality. But I gave, y'all notice I didn't change the oil. I gave my homie that my tuner is through a call, and I told him, you know, it's ran about 10 minutes. Should I change it now and then tune and then change it again? He was like, no, man, just let's put a base tune in it, go drive it around, get some heat in it, get some load in it, and then, you know, in the process of tuning, when we're pretty close, before we start, you know, ripping it, we'll, we can bring it back, change the oil right quick, and then go back out and do some more. So how that's going to work is my homie Modesto, he's going to come over here. with his laptop with HP tuners. The tuner's going to send him a base file, and then we'll upload it, make sure it'll at least drive on that, and then we'll go out and do some light driving, some idling, stuff like that, so that he can get a log. And then we'll basically be doing a e-tune. I'm going to try to get that done this week. So and if y'all might notice, clean the bed out, put the battery on. I don't have the lid snapped on all the way. But what I'm gonna do later this week, since I pumped the gas out, y'all saw in the last video, I'm gonna go get a couple cans of 91 and put some fresh 91 in here. We're gonna go ahead and tune on 91. I've been reading and thinking about it some more, and like, this ain't gonna be my daily driver, so might as well tune it on 91 for the extra knock resistance. Little better energy, so when I'm cruising it'll be fine, and then we'll have that extra pep of octane whenever I do get on it, or want to thump on it a little bit. So yeah, I'm super excited. We'll have that going in the next week. So yeah, that'll be the end of this one. I really appreciate you guys staying with me as always. I know I have a lot of traffic on the how-to videos, but for the homies that are here for the truck build, I appreciate you. And any of you guys that are new, or if I've just popped up on you in the past couple videos or whatever and I'm on your recommended, if you're into it, please subscribe and ring the bell. And even if you're already subscribed and you don't have the bell notification bell clicked, please click that. That'll help us get some more traffic and get some more content out there to more people, and help the channel grow, and in turn help me be able to facilitate doing more cool stuff. So as always, I appreciate you guys. Leave a thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know what you think, and other than that, peace out, be human, and we'll see you next time.